All right, my good people. This is Charles. I am Brandon Madison of Nexxlegacy Radio, and I have with me my homeboy. He's an artist that I started to get to know through someone else, and I had a chance to check out his catalog, his music, some of the things that he has going on, and I'm impressed. And deeper than that, like I just love good people doing good music, creating good energy and good vibe and everything else that comes with it. And if y'all are just now getting to know this man for the very first time, I need y'all to really kind of tap into this man's legacy. He's doing a lot. And I got my man RetroFlow in the house with me. Nexxlegacy. What's the deal, bro? What it do?
Man, what's going on? We retro. We on Nexxlegacy Radio. How we doing, brother?
Man, beautiful, bro. Beautiful. I appreciate the tap in and I know you out getting it, so I appreciate it. And I was just telling you before we went live, like, I know you got the camouflage on, so salute. I appreciate your service. You know what I mean?
Hey,
So
thank you for your support. It's always appreciated.
appreciate that for sure. So check it out, man. I'm gonna keep it solid when I tell you that, you know what I'm saying? The way we tapped in and I got a chance to really experience your music is dope. We're gonna talk about Auntie Lean in a minute and Molly and all that stuff, but the focus really is on you and stuff like that. So when I heard your music for the first time, bro, I was like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? This dude got, he has talent. He has it together. He has a certain energy about himself. And deeper than that, he has originality based on something. He's not trying to pretend that he's somebody, something else, whatever. So I want to appreciate that for what you do. And I also want you to talk to the people that's getting to know you for the very first time. How did you get started doing music?
So, funny story. I never really was big into music growing up. I was a quiet kid. However, I was a class clown growing up. So people definitely know me from my hometown of Missouri of being a class clown everywhere I went. Um,
Really?
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Well,
I've
wait.
always.
You can't continue without me asking you this then. So, because you got I can see it in your eyes, like you just like to clown around and have some
Oh
fun
yeah.
and smile and all that stuff. So, what was your class clown things that you did while you were in school? What kind of jokes you did?
So the thing about it is to make me unique. I'm a unique class clown. See, I get
Okay,
my work
okay.
done first to get all my straight A's, so I won't get my butt whipped by my mom when I get home. But then once I'm done, then I'll reckless the class. I'll disrupt the
Okay,
class once I'm done though. I gotta get my A though. I'm gonna get
okay,
my A. Then I'll
okay,
make y'all laugh.
okay, okay. All right,
Yeah. So that
all
was
right.
my personality, man. Like I always want to, people around me to have a good time. I'm an expressive person. When everyone around me is having fun and laughing, it makes me feel better.
Yeah.
And like I said, ever since elementary, middle, high school, when I went to college a little bit, I've always been that type of person just to make sure the environment and the culture around me is fun, is safe, and everyone can just be themselves. So, and that's what how my music bleeds into that, just being myself, being your genuine self, being authentic. And if you be authentic, can't nothing be a gimmick. Honestly,
Nah.
it's easy day.
Agree. So what kind of jokes you put on folks or did, man? What were some of the things that stands out to you back then, bro?
Um, it's hard to say because they told me I should have been a comedian, honestly. But but I looked up to the greats of late great rest in peace Bernie Mac, Eddie Murphy. That's my type of vibe because that's my generation kind of kings of
Yeah.
comedy. But as far as the jokes for me, it was more so just in the moment. Like you can't just come up with stuff. It's just in the moment. What's right? Maybe a noise here, or maybe I'll say something in a funny voice. It just depends on the moment. And I really don't have no jokes. It's just whatever was in that present moment that felt right. That's what I did, and it
Okay.
worked out.
Okay. All right. You were known for that. So
Yeah.
music that flew through your life, man. How did you get tapped into it though?
So me personally, people are gonna hate this, but I don't like music that's popular. I like underground music because it feels more authentic to me. When you listen to underground music, I go on SoundCloud. Back in the day, it was I think it was Audio Dump, like stuff like that. You hear a lot more stories and you can connect with them more because they're still trying to make it. And nothing's more hungry than a person that's still trying to make it. And that's
Amen to that.
why I like to listen to that type of music, because once you make it, let's be real. I ain't gonna say no names or no artists, but once they make it, it hit a little different, instead of someone that's just starts still trying to get to it. So
Yep.
I love underground music. It's always been a part of my life. I give a couple of shout outs if I can to some artists that I've listened to that are still in the underground, still going heavy. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
No doubt. Hey man, I respect that. And not only that, you telling the truth because sometimes when you quote unquote make it, you get a little full, right? Like I don't have a starving belly anymore. So I just kind of feel like I could do what I want, when I want, how I want, and still eat instead of having that mentality of, you know what, I still need to impress not just myself, but to others around with the gifts that I have when it comes to music and creativity and yada yada yada. You know the whole drill. So I respect that. Um, so when did you decide you wanted to put pen to pad, start writing, start really kind of like voicing who you are as an artist?
So that's an excellent question. 2018, San Diego. My boy, shout out to D Win, my boy Wyndham, started in the military with him. He was doing a song at this studio session, and he had like 30 seconds left on the track. And I'm just sitting there chilling, everything cool. And he's like, "Hey, yo, D, don't you go in there and finish it up?" I'm like, "Bro, I don't rap. I don't do none of that. If I go in there, I'm gonna mess up your track, bro." And he
Mm-hmm.
said, "Bro, just do that funny stuff you do, because like I said, I'm known for being funny."
Yeah.
So I said, "Okay, cool. I'll go in there and do something real quick." And actually, the track went crazy. It went crazy on SoundCloud for a little bit. It's called Cash App. It's definitely it's on SoundCloud still, and it was just me, and me, like just bar after bar. I didn't write nothing down. It's just a freestyle on top of the head, how I was feeling at that certain time, and the
Mm-hmm.
beat was so catchy and everything was just flowing so smoothly that it was like, "You sure you ain't never rapped before?" I'm like, "Nah, I ain't never rapped before. It's just I'm just being myself,
All
giving
right.
y'all who I am." And ever since then, I've always, just wanted to just put something out there so people can, understand that it don't have to be serious. Understand that I'm not downplaying if this is someone's career. That's not what I'm doing.
For
However, for
sure.
me, on my side of the story, I like having fun with it. And if I'm having fun with it, it don't feel forced. If it don't feel forced, I'm not stressed about it. If I'm stressed, it's gonna be always good content for me. You see what I'm
Ooh,
saying?
ooh, you trigger something because I feel you because even with the career that you have, if people take this music thing and they really want to level it up and have it, your artistry, your creativity, like what it is that you do, should be
Mm-hmm.
fun. You should be able to be expressive. You shouldn't be controlled by people who want to control you. It's one of those things that I think is important in this business. Yes, it's a business, but where's the enjoyment of what you're accomplishing and what you're doing? You have to have that. Like, if you don't have joy in what you do, then you need to not do it. I mean, I think it's that simple at the end of the day. So I give you
Mm-hmm.
props on that because that's hard.
Absolutely. And ever since I had the mindset of having fun with it, it's second nature to me. I don't have to overthink and get things like writer's block, because I'm always fresh, because it's fun to me. It's not a thing that I'm like, not saying, like I said, not taking it serious. That's not what I'm saying at all. Don't get it twisted, because I still care about the music.
Yeah.
However, when I'm in the zone, I'm not stressed, because it's just flowing. It's easy flowing, because this is how I feel and this is who I am as a person.
So let me move it up to this current day and time right now with Auntie Lean, the
Yeah.
collaboration you got with Molly McFly as well. Like that was my taste of really kind of seeing your energy as well. Like, cause to me, I think you should have fun doing what you're doing. And I told Molly this, and I'll tell you this as well. It's pure energy when you look at the video. Like the visuals on that is pure energy. And with a hidden message in there that a lot of people need to really get and understand, and some of the people who are like really dialed in to like getting to know what y'all do would get it. But the ones that's tapping in for the very first time, anti-lean is really what people need to understand is the opposite of lean. So I
Correct.
want you to kind of talk about how this song got together, how the visuals got together as well, and the message along with this song that's out now.
So the song is deeper than just the music itself. My family, my friends, like I said, I'm from Kansas City, so I've lost a lot of friends and families to drugs. It's no, you know, It happens. I don't think about it too much, but I wanted this song to resonate deep, saying that you don't have to do drugs to have fun. You don't have to be under the influence to have fun. And me, as who I am, growing up, the whole time me being a class clown, I never was under the influence. Not downplaying anybody that do what they got to do. Hey,
Hmm.
do what you got to do. However, for me, I never was that person that had the drink to have fun, the smoke to have fun. I'm just a fun individual because I just get high on life. Me being here is just a blessing for myself, and just being able just to be who I am, coming from where I come from, just being where I'm at now makes me happy. So the song Auntie Lean, me personally, the only thing I did do growing up, I was very addicted to to lean. Actually, I was very
Okay.
addicted,
Okay.
and when I used to do that, it changed me. It put me in a position where I'm no longer myself, and it wasn't me. I didn't like it, and I always had this vision to make music that's against what everyone else is doing, because I've always been different. I've always been a different type of caliber. And how Angeline came, I'm like, you know what? What if I made a song that's promoting the opposite of what other rappers are promoting, and I can go a different lane.
Hmm.
And the hook was catchy. I liked the hook, and we're gonna talk about it soon. But when Molly heard it, it was just like, I got to get on this. I got
Yeah.
to do this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, honestly, the perfect person to do this, because you have that energy as well. You don't have to do certain things to be hype as well. You are a naturally hype person, and that's why our energy and our coexistence is so natural. It's a good feel to it because we both have the same mindset and the same process on wanting more and not having to do all this extra stuff to be who we are. And Angeline, it was birthed.
Could you have a track like this track that you know how people would say, "Hey, that's a dynamic duo." That's like Bat. No, no, no. You got to have two Batman in this thing. You can't have a Batman and a Robin on that particular track. It's got to be two Batman in this thing. And to me,
Yeah,
I think that's what I mean when I say energy, because it is. It's a different sound, and it's an
yeah.
original sound. And you talked about it as far as once Molly got on the track. So how was that whole commingling to this track kind of played out to its final state, which I think is really good for the people out there to tap in.
So I'm gonna be real, man. I know you watching. We supposed to been do a track a long time ago. And I understand our schedules collided so much and it was so difficult. However, one day outside the barbershop, shout out to Cali Coast Barbershop, go get a haircut. We was outside the barbershop, and I'm like, bro, I want you to listen to this song real quick. He said, what song? I got this song called Anti-Lean. He's like, what? I said, all right, come to the car. Soon as the bass drop, he's like, okay, I like the bass, I like the bass. And when the hook hit, and when you hear each bar, there's a no lean in my cup, just juice with the ice. I drive with a purpose. I'm not gambling my life. I'm working hard on the daily. Success is the vice. She a dime with a dream. Call her independent queen. When you hear that, it's like, wait a minute. This ain't negative and it's hitting. You see what I'm saying? It ain't negative. It's actually uplifting life. We against the drug usage. We promoting women doing their thing out here because that's what they've been doing for a while.
Yep.
Me coming from a single parent home from my mom, that speaks volumes to me. Independent queen doing her thing, and it's just line and bar after bar that we both are like, man, this is outstanding. And if you notice, we didn't swear in the whole song.
Mm-mm.
No
Mm-mm.
need. So
Mm-mm.
when you combine energy, and they're like, these guys are not under the influence, how's that even possible? Because you can do that. It's like when we were kids. All we needed was some juice, and we outside playing.
Say it.
That's all I
Wound up
needed.
like a toy and it was on. Like that's it.
Exactly. So what's the difference between being an adult? Same thing. So we listened to that together, and it sparked something in us. Like, we got to do this. And then as far as the visuals, nothing was rehearsed. Everything was one take. That's how easy it is. That's how easy it was for us. It was one take. We went out there, handled business, did it with a purpose, and that was it. The rest is history. So there was no take one, take two. No, it was go out there, and everything was just so dynamic and just so just easy flowing that you think that we rehearsed it. No, everything was just on the fly.
Yeah.
So that's how the whole thing went down.
And that's what makes it very intriguing and unique. If you're just an avid listener of music or whatever it is, like if you just, to me, I always feel like, well, especially for me, and I'm sure you're probably like this too. I don't just get. I grew up on hip hop. I grew up on R&B. It was part of my life and my soul. It'll stay that
Hmm.
way. But also,
Absolutely.
as you evolve and as you grow, you start getting introduced to other songs, other genres of music, other things that might steer you in a direction of
Hmm.
emotions that hip hop and R&B probably can't take you there. I
Correct.
told Molly this, I'll tell you this. Your class of music doesn't have a description. It doesn't need one. It's really pure energy. If you want to call energy a genre, there you go. Do you
Hmm.
feel that way too?
I do. When we were actually uploading the track, we couldn't pick a genre. We was like,
Thank
this
you.
ain't. It's like I can't say hip hop because truth be told, hip hop is not what it used to be.
Right.
It's tough now. So can't go with trends because we're not trying to control someone's mind.
Yeah,
So
you're
it's
right.
like what can we do? So that in itself, you saying energy is actually probably something that we actually need to look into because that's all we can say at that point is energy. It's pure
Yeah.
vibes and energy.
Yeah.
Vibe and energy.
Yeah. So you feeling it, Molly clearly was. And I feel like there's a steady growth of onlookers who are checking this out for the very first time or curious
Yeah.
to be able to do it. Like I'm gonna put you in your bag for a minute, like not just giving it to Molly finishing it, you guys doing the video, and now it's out to the world. How do you feel about just that and accomplishing that? The video, the song, the energy that you just described. How does that make you feel?
It made me feel accomplished because I've always wanted to be around someone that understands my energy and what my take is on the world. And Molly, him having the amazing mind that he has and the artistic mindset just meshed with mine so well that it was just seamless. It was easy. And like I said, with the video, with the song, and how everything went down, I couldn't have done it any differently. He handled business, we handled business together, and it was just a successful project. And truth be told, in the future, I want some more successful projects because it was just that easy. He's easy
Yeah.
to work with. It was just easy.
Yeah. More than a dynamic duo, in my opinion, and everything else that came with it. So,
Yeah.
salute to Auntie Lean. Video and song is available for streaming. You can go on and we'll talk about your social media stuff in a minute where people can go to be able to check it out and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But also to double back, you got a catalog of other songs out there that people could be able to attach themselves to as well. So how has that journey been from when you first started like realizing like that first track you did out of the blue to now like structuring songs and doing certain things to be able to get it out there to the world? How has that journey been for you so far?
So I want to, this is for all the artists that are upcoming. When I said earlier that you don't need to take it serious, this is what I mean. I did an experiment on myself.
Hmm.
I made a few songs that I had fun with. I was being myself and just putting it out there. A lot of views, a lot of listens, a lot of sounds, you know, a lot of audience.
Hmm.
Then I said, you know what? I'm gonna do an EP, 3, 4 songs with me actually writing actual lyrics and see how this goes. It didn't go as successful because I was structuring my artistry into a way where I wanted to put it in this little box. And I realized for myself, I can't do that. I have to be outgoing. I have to connect with the audience. And the more I was being myself,
Hmm.
the more my fans that I have were understanding me and getting to know me and understanding the music. And that just opened, it's like a light bulb for me. It was like, okay, well, they actually like me being myself. And that's a good feeling when someone wants you for yourself. And once I had that in my mind, it was second nature just to go out there and just do music. Like I have plenty of music that I've done that's just for the people
Yeah.
because I base my music off of experience, goals, and success. That's all I do. Like that's what I want my people to when they listen to my song, I want them to be uplifted. I want them to get up for work. I want them to go handle their business. I want them to be driven when they listen to my music. I don't want them to be lazy and low vibrate. I want them to be high on life and be the best version of themselves when they listen to my music. I want them to get hype. I want them to dance. I want them to have fun with their family, have fun with their friends. Like that's the type of energy that I want to bring to the environment.
Wow, that's heavy. But also I feel it. And also as I'm listening, I'm comprehending what you're saying as well, because that EP was a test for you to see if you can put yourself in a box. You don't live in a box. You live on pure energy, creativity, everything that is needed to grow.
Yeah.
So, and this is probably like something that you can't fully answer, but I just want your thoughts on,
Okay.
because I can't, and I'm sure I've lived longer than you, right? So
Yeah.
my question is simple: why do people still continue to stay in that box or want to live in that box? Or, you know what, this is the only box I know, so let me just stay there. Why do you think people do that?
I can answer that question for you. Comfortability. They get comfortable. People are not okay with being uncomfortable. They don't want to go outside that box because outside that box may be danger. Some people live in this world with no adversity. They never been through anything. So when they find something that's comfortable and they're like, "Oh, I'm in my little spot. I'm not going to leave it." That's comfortability, that's complacency, and complacency kills. I've learned that. You have to go outside that box because outside of that box is a risk, and the risk becomes a reward.
Hmm.
But some people are not willing to take that risk. That's why they stay in that box. That's why a lot of people can't expand from SoundCloud, from Apple. Like they can't expand because they stay right here. It's so many artists in the world that can be much more than what they're giving off. But the fact that they're not willing to go outside the box, it limits their ability to be who they really are.
Mm,
That's my
mm.
answer to that question.
You nailed it. And it's ironic that we're talking about this, but you can see my shirt. There's no soul in the music industry, and I believe that. I mean, it's true to light when you could look at specific things. And music brought me so much joy, and it
Yeah.
also brought me so much revelation about what we can be if we continue to keep unlocking these doors. But you're
Hmm.
100% right. People are afraid of being uncomfortable. um I try to live uncomfortable every day,
Got to.
because if I do that, then that's gonna mean that I have something else that I have to be able to accomplish.
Exactly.
And I think this is, and you're in the military, and go with me where I say that being uncomfortable can still provide disciplinary action that you need to take so you can better yourself as far as who you are, who you want to be, why you want to be the way you are. I think that there's structure in people's lives that's needed and necessary. There's
Hmm.
also an edge that you got to have to yourself to keep
Yeah.
unlocking these doors, to make sure that you are following what you want to follow, and kill the noise at the same time. You get me?
That's right. I got you.
So with that being said, how are you navigating life like that? Like, you're seeing other people around you like that as well. And also you're trying to, you're doing your life's life, right? You're doing what you're doing, but still you got your toe dipped into this industry where it's chaos, right? So how
Hmm.
are you handling this journey yourself in terms of navigating what you got to do for you?
First, it starts with staying true to myself, not allowing anything or anyone change who I am as a person. I feel like as long as you stay authentic, like I said earlier, and genuine,
Hmm.
then this business doesn't get the best of you. I think a lot of people come into this business wide eye and bushy tails, what they call it, and they don't expect they expect things that don't really go, that's not really going to happen, and that's what my mindset is, to understand that the worst can always happen, and as long as you have that mindset you can always be prepared for the worst so
Yeah.
that when it does happen you can maneuver how you need to maneuver and accomplish and overcome those odds. And to answer your question, essentially how I do it, like I said, stay true to myself, being around my family, talk to my mother. She will always bring me back to earth.
Mm.
Uh, especially when I'm at my worst and at my least. Call her, hey, what do you think about this? How do you feel about this? She give me that advice. Obviously, I'm grown, so I can either take the advice or run away from it. I'm always gonna take the advice, and I feel like that's been able to keep me grounded throughout my life, throughout my military career, throughout my music career, and yeah, that's how I do it.
What do you feel like you're most proud of so far?
Giving my little sister something to look up to because we come from not a lot of success. I hate to say it like that, but it is what it is.
Hmm.
And I want to give her and all my siblings, especially my little sister, though, the opportunity to understand what a man is, what success is, and that whatever you want to do in life, you can do it. Um, there's a famous quote from a movie that we always laugh about, but it's near and dear to our heart. Pursuit of Happiness, Will Smith. Um, when he told Christopher, he was like, never let anyone tell you that you can't do something. If you want to go do it, you go get it. And I've been living with that motto my whole life. Like there's nothing anyone or anything or anybody that can say to take me off my pivot. If I want to go do it, I'm gonna put in my 100% effort.
Hmm.
And if I can walk away from it and not being successful in a certain thing, as long as I walk away and say that I did everything I could to make it happen, then I'm okay, you know. But everything that I do, I go hard for. I work hard. I understand the value of a dollar. Like I don't play around when it comes to life and success. And I know that me being who I am is going to shape other individuals in life to be who they are. That's why I like the way my music is going because we all know music is the influencer.
No doubt.
And if I can get individuals to have the mindset of being successful, going out and getting that job, going out, stop doing this and that, those bad habits, all I'm doing is helping society.
And you're well on your way to doing that, because getting into your music and discovering who you are and that appreciation level is attached to so many different things that you can say, you know what, I don't know you like that yet, but I'm proud of you, bro. Like for real. Like it's really, really dope to be able to see. Um, what challenges do you face though? Like, do you have any insecurities about just process as far as how things are, or is it really just you against you at the end of the day?
I mean, at the end of the day, it is going to be me against me. However, I'm not naive.
Yeah.
Challenges are going to happen. I just don't think about them. You know, my whole life has been, challenges, and I just live one day at a time. I don't overthink. I don't over, you know, discuss things. It's whatever the Lord gonna have, He gonna have regardless. So it don't matter what my plan is. Like
Hmm.
Mike Tyson said it best. Everybody got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Real talk, real talk,
so it's
real
like,
talk.
so it's like I can say what I got planned for myself, but if that's not in the cards, then it is what it is, and I'm not gonna be upset because I, like I said earlier, I know I put my all into it. So my insecurities, I don't have any. Like I just overcame so much in my life that if I do end up having an insecurity, I will tackle it at that time. But right now, I don't feel like I have any right now. I'm just working hard, staying out the way, and just being me. I don't do much. I'm not in trouble no more like I used to. I'm out the way. I'm just trying to be successful. I'm trying to get rich. You know, have something my family can look up to. Man, I don't play around with this.
Amen to that. One thing about you, before I ask you the next question, is this, and I'll tell people this: him and I, and along with Molly, we had a conversation. First time talking to him, and after talking to me, I'm pretty direct. I'm straightforward. Like I'm pretty honest about just
Yeah.
expectations. I'm honest about just what what direction should look like in terms of, like, one thing that caught my attention to you was the fact that you were ready to stand firm on everything. Like, you know what? Let's try this. Let's do this. Let's figure it out. That's why I told you at the end of the convo, bro. I was like, bro, whatever you need, I'm gonna take you on and figure out how I can be able to help pay it forward. Why? Because that's the kind of stuff that I need to hear and see and visually like tap in to be like, you know what, this guy loves himself that much that you can't ignore it and you just want to help. Like, that's how all people should do. Like, if everybody did that and tap into that gene, that's just like, you know what, I got inspired by you just off that what 5-10 minute convo we had, right? So I was
Yeah.
like, bro, whatever you need, let's go. Like, I'll promote you, I'll support you, I'll do whatever. Like, it's just, if I gotta run through a wall, let's do that. I'm gonna put the helmet on first. We gonna go. It's go time. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, but nah, I respect though, like for real, because that's hard to come by in this day and age. It's already crazy. This business is toxic, but trying to find light at the end of tunnels, multiple tunnels, is really what the mission should be at the end of end all be all. So props to you. But let me ask you about social media, because it's there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
there.
yeah.
So but what are your thoughts on it, and how do you navigate through it?
Social media is an excellent tool if used correctly. However, social media is also an influencer and can cause a lot of damage. When we use social media in a positive light, which I like to use it in, promotions, connecting with family and things of that nature, social media can be great. But again, like on the same token, social media has obviously caused a lot of deaths, makes young individuals feel like they are not enough, make women feel like they're not enough. Like when you open up Instagram, you know what you're seeing. I
Yeah,
ain't gotta say it, you know what you're
yeah,
seeing. And
yeah.
it puts people in this idea that, oh, I'm not married, I don't have a house yet. And social media is not real. It's not real. You got to take it with a grain of salt. If you live your life through social media, you're going to have an expiration date, just like social media does.
Facts.
You have an expiration date. You have to come back to the world, to the earth. That's why, for me, I try not to use it too much. If I'm going to promote, advertise, and connect with friends and family, absolutely.
Hmm.
But I can't live through it, because if I live through it, I'm going to always feel like I'm never enough, and you can't live like that. So to my people out there that are living through social media, come back to earth. Come back, come
Yeah.
back, come back. Because I promise you, that person that you're in competition with on social media will always one up you. Because all he has to do is upload to a generator and he gonna have 3 Lamborghinis.
That's facts, bro. That's facts. That ain't even lying. That's truth telling right there, bro. And it's real. Like you said, it's a tool. It's a thing to use. It's something that is really like, I feel like I'm dope in real life.
Mhm.
So I just give people a fraction of what I am, and mostly business, right? But
Yeah,
but I just feel like if you get to know me in person, I'm just as thoughtful and turned up and fun or funny in person than I am on, anything social media related. But you're 100% right. It is a tool. Use it, don't abuse it, and make
that's
sure
right.
that you embrace it. But also get back into the real world and understand that, you know what? There is life outside of social media. Everybody else is stunting, thinking they got like this, and this, and all the money flowing through whatever. But in real life, they can't pay their rent or their bills and stuff like that or whatever. So it's different. So you just got to pick and choose what that looks like, sounds like, and acts like, and just do the opposite. Because I promise you, it's different. It's totally different. So
Absolutely.
it is. It is. Hey, so what's in store for you, man? Like, music and everything else. Like this, and I told Molly this, and I'm telling you this too. Enjoy anti-lean, embrace that. Give these like behind the scenes stories as far as how that just that vibe, just the bars, just everything else. Embrace all of it, soak it in. So after this, what's in your future in terms of music and anything else?
Well, before I get into the music, like I already told you, I am moving away from California. I've been here my whole career, and it's definitely bittersweet. However, going to North Carolina, I'll be able to tap into some new music entities and see how they vibe over there, and kind of get some connection and some experience over there. So I'm looking to definitely have some more music coming in. But like I said, I'm always genuine with it. So I already got ideas and music ready to go. It's just timing. Auntie Lean right now, I love the song.
Yeah.
Um, I, I play it almost every day. It's I just love it. I mean, it just speaks so much to me, and I hope it has that same, feel on other individuals. But yeah, as far as for me, just what I'm looking at in the future, just bought a house out there, still have a house here, so trying to have that go within the real estate part of it. I'm just trying to create generational wealth, like I've been saying, man. Like I just trying to tap into something that my family never tapped into before, and give the younger generation that's coming up, like, okay, like uncle or grandpa, whatever I'm gonna be to them in that time. He did this for us. He left this for us. Okay, how can we build onto that?
Mhm.
Because man, a lot of people get birthed into this world to fortune. I
Yeah,
want to be able to do that for my kids, to my family. So
right.
that's what I have in store for me. Um, at the same time, putting out great music so people can still live their life, and they just live high on life. So generational wealth, good music.
They all go hand in hand when you keep it real, and there it is right there. Before you go, man, I want you to shout out anybody you want to shout out. Floor is yours.
Absolutely. So shout out to my mother. Without her, I wouldn't be here at all. I know people start with the Lord first, but I gotta say my mom, because my mom, my mom, my mom. However, the Lord Savior, obviously Him, there would be none of this would be possible. So shout out to Him for giving me the mindset I have, the experience and the adversity I've experienced. I appreciate all of that. And like I said, my mom, my little sister Kiriana, she's out there. Um, Living life. Once you get older, you start realizing that life be life. And so
Mhm.
to her, still do your thing out there. I still salute her for just handling business. A few artists I want to shout out for sure, some underground artists that inspired me. I usually don't say it because I be trying to gatekeep my music, but I'm gonna let y'all know. So my boy 1032, that's my dog. He make excellent music. He's just a good dude. Kobe Locks, Booth Pack Mookie. I listen to so many underground artists, and when they see the interview, they gonna understand. I'm shouting them out. Um, so a few artists, obviously Molly. I appreciate him getting on the song with me. Did an outstanding job. His verse is epic. He went out there and went crazy.
Mhm.
Um, who else? Grandparents, family, just if I missed you, it is what it is. But just know that everyone in my life that know me, even if I didn't shout you out, you played an important role in my life, and I appreciate what you gave me. And it's gonna build me and continue to grow me into the man I want to be. So, with that being said, I appreciate everybody that's been a part of my life and been in and out. I've taken something from you, and if I haven't, I've learned something from you.
Hey, that's what it is. And before you give out your social media stuff, I'm gonna ask you one final question. If you think about like just when you first got adapted to music and soaked it all in as far as what it means to you,
Hmm.
if you can bottle up all your years of just knowing what music is, you can't count your own music, but if you had a soundtrack to your life in terms of music, an artist or a song, what would that be for you?
Cue the Jeopardy music.
See, I
um,
love having these cliffhangers to make people think about stuff as far as what it is, because it ain't about me, it's about you. So if you had a soundtrack to your life, pick whatever artist, pick whatever song, pick whatever moment that you were in. It could have been as a kid, it could be now, it could have been somewhere in between adolescence, whatever the case may be. What is your soundtrack to your life, sir, so far?
ooh, oh my gosh, that's an excellent question. Legacy, my goodness, you put me on the spot like that. Whew, so many good ones out there. Oh my goodness. Oh,
I love
heavy
it.
hearted.
While you're thinking, I'm gonna give you mines, and I said this on
Yeah,
another
yeah, yeah.
interview
Go
as
ahead.
well. So, soundtrack to my life is Stevie Wonder's "Songs in the Key of Life." If you listen to that album, anybody that's Stevie Wonder fan or not, need to absorb everything that is that album. It is probably one of the most deepest albums that you'll ever experience, because it is an experience. You go
Yeah.
through the list, it will strip your soul away and it will build you up in the process. So
Okay.
Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life. If you haven't checked it, check it.
All right, I got the song. All
Okay.
right, I
Okay.
wasn't gonna say it. I'm a huge opera fan. I'm not gonna
Okay.
lie to you.
Okay.
There is this group called Enigma.
Okay. Okay.
You know Enigma?
Yes, sir.
There's a song called "Return to Innocence."
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah,
It's on my rotation on the radio station, bro. Let's just keep it. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we just said to start this. I'm all over the place when it comes to different genres of music.
yeah,
Well, opera, I've only interviewed a few opera artists in my day, in my 19 years or whatever. But, bruh, we got a lot in common. Even though you're younger than me, we got a whole
yeah,
lot in common, bro. That's deep. And I
yeah.
wasn't expecting that deep, though. So interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Return to Innocence. I give you like a not too much crazy brief, but I got put on to that band and that group from my grandmother. She used to love a lot of Carl Jenkins, Enigma, things of that nature.
Hmm.
And she calls that music movement music. It moves you. It gets you in the groove. It gets you whatever you know what it may be. It gets you in that
Man.
mindset. And I love Return to Innocent. I never like understood it at a young age, but I just love the title of it because to me, Return to Innocent, just like my music, just like my life, I want to go back to how it was. Like being able to be energetic without so much, before the social media, before the drugs, before the bad entities, just returning to yourself, being true to yourself and just being authentic. And that song, every time I listen to it, it just brings me back to just who I am in a majestic, chill state. I love the song. So if y'all haven't heard it before, it's gonna take you probably a couple times to listen to it.
Yeah.
Once you actually connect to your soul, it just hit different. So that's my song
Once
I'll
you
give you.
once you soak it in, and you know what, you came off the top rope with that because I wasn't expecting that. Just because a lot of people don't really tap into opera like that, much less anything else. So the fact that you went there is super super cool to hear. You know what I'm saying? And last thing I'll say, bro, is and you just as I'm talking to you, you've mentioned more than a few times that you encourage people to go back to the essence of what was before social media and stuff like that. I think those who were born into it don't understand or don't know what it is or what was beforehand, but clearly you do. You have a sense of what was. um my whole thought, and you can add on to this, is necessary and needed because I feel like we all weren't born on this earth to be evil or to be
Right.
toxic or to be whatever. Like, I feel like there's circumstances that will trigger people or persons to, become whatever it is. Call it what you want, get turned out, or just decide you just want to give up on life or whatever. But what are your thoughts on like the people struggle? Like, because music is a motivator to me. It's also a like I told you, strip your soul kind of situation. But what are your thoughts continued on just people trying to get back to the essence of trying to help people and take care of what's important?
I think that's tough because it was easy for myself and maybe for you to tap into who you are as a person because great grandma was still here, great grandpa was still here.
True.
So grandmas and grandpas are young now. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So first thing someone needs to do is learn who they are.
Hmm.
Stop taking in everyone else's experience and lifestyles and figure out who you are first. Once you figure out who you are, life becomes that much better.
Yep.
Mind your business, life becomes that much more peaceful.
Yep.
So when you put those two together, knowing yourself and minding your business, that right there is going to give you the foundation on what you want to be in the future. Because if you're taking on someone else's lifestyle, someone else's experiences, you'll never understand who you are, and you'll get to the point where everyone likes this person that you're portraying, but you're not happy.
That's right.
And in the beginning, it's okay
Yep.
because oh, you got the glamour, you got the glitter, you got the gold, and you being this and that. But then once all that disappear and you by yourself, you be like, man, who am I?
Yeah.
And some of the worst things happen to people that when they get to that point, which I don't want to speak on. However, to prevent that, figure out who you are. Learn yourself. Tap into your elders, your ancestry. Do what you got to do. Do your research. Because like I said, when you know who you are, you have morals. If you don't know who you are, you don't have anything. You don't have nothing to stand on.
Wow.
And people that don't have nothing to stand on, I don't like to be around them people.
Hey, for real. Hey man, I'll close by saying this. You just gave me chills just because I just think that's honest. Like I think people need to be honest. Like a lot of people are, trying to take pieces of other things going on because they don't want to look at themselves in the mirror and deal with who they are or who they want to be or who they can be. Like some people think it's easy because it's easier. That easy mechanism of just let me take a piece of their problems. Let me take a piece of their struggle. Let me take a piece of whatever it is that they want to do there. Let me take this one from over here. They do all that. And then when it's time to look in the mirror, it's weird to them because they're looking at different sides of the spectrum when it comes to that. But when it's time to do that, that's why I feel like in life, I've had to learn that process. And I've also had to learn how to be comfortable in my own skin and to take whatever I need to take to grow whatever I need to grow to become who I want to be. And those are lonely times. People who don't get it and people who don't want to get it or who people who won't support.
Correct.
It's okay. As long as you're comfortable with you, everything else is going to fall into place at the end of the day. So that part that what you just said just gave me goosebumps and triggered me, bro. So I appreciate that, man. That's real game, bro. That's real. Um, give out your social media, bro.
Yeah, so you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at RetroFlow23 underscore RetroFlow23 on all other socials. Platform RetroFlow, Donnie Man on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud. It's all the same across the board, so you ain't got to worry about switching up. That's my social media. That's all I got for you. That's my social media.
All right, man. And I'm gonna close by saying thank you once again. Um, and thank you for your service, not just in military, but in life. Because I feel like we need to find ways to pay it forward to help those who are striving. Like I told somebody this yesterday. I ain't surviving. I'm thriving. Like I have to. Survival mode is weird now. Like I get it, but I don't at the same time because
Mhm.
if you go every day saying, "Oh man, I'm just surviving," that's
Yeah,
already a weird mechanism because you
yeah.
can't thrive then and you can't multitask and do either or. It has to be one or the other. So make
Hmm.
that choice. And if you want to just survive all day, then hey, bless your heart. But thrive, thriving is I gotta live there, man. I can't live in the
Yeah.
other world because I've been there, done that. I ain't doing that shit no more. No.
Hmm.
But I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. And safe journeys on your move too. And man, keep thriving, bro. I'm really proud of you though. Seriously.
I appreciate that. Hey, this been Retro. This Next Legacy Radio. Y'all need to tap in. Appreciate my brother having me on.
Blessing to all y'all that's tapping in. Appreciate the love. Thanks a lot for tuning in, people. This is Next Legacy Radio. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. What am I talking about? Subscription. Subscribe, hit the notifications. Make sure you tap in. Check out the website, nextlegacy.com. Follow me on all social media at Next Legacy, NEXXLEGAC.